I'm going to tell you guys, I already cheated and I went in and looked inside this amplifier already. So I know what the problem is, and I'll explain more in a sec. But just take the back off of it. Okay, with the back off the amplifier, we can kind of start looking around inside the amp to see if we see anything that is problematic, like anything that is burned or has problems with it or things like that. Check your transformers, your capacitors, see if any of them are blown. And then you're going to check your MOSFETs to see if any of them have problems. Now, once again, like I said, I've already looked at this amplifier and I know what the problem was, but we're going to act as if I didn't. So when you look into an amplifier, first of all, knowing what the amplifier, what symptom the amplifier has, lets you know a lot about it. Since my amplifier is going in to protect, I'm automatically thinking that some of my transistors have gone out and it's causing the short circuit protection to go off, because when a transistor, a MOSFET goes, it shorts and the amplifier will see a short circuit and turn on that protect. But do a visual inspection, check the transformers to see if any of them have had problems. I've actually had these totally burn away from the amplifier, because if you get a short circuit in one of these wires on this transformer, it'll cause all kind of variance in voltage, and that's going to blow your capacitors up. It's just going to cause all kind of problems. So check where these are actually soldered and make sure they haven't burned away from the board or melted away from the board. Check your capacitors. Okay, most amplifiers are going to be separated into two sides, your power side and your output side. Power, MOSFETs, and transformers are going to be on the side with the big coils, and your output stage is going to be on the other side of the amplifier. So I looked around and I didn't see any problems with the transformers on either side of the amplifier. So I decided to check the actual MOSFETs. I'm going to show you how to do that with just a multimeter. Okay, we'll take our multimeter and set its value to resistance. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing, so I'm going to move my little camera over here so I can see what the video is showing. Okay, the way you want to test one of these MOSFETs is set your multimeter to resistance, and the way I do it on this amplifier, since this is the only amplifier that I use, is check the outer legs, so the leg to the left and the leg to the right, and not the leg in the middle, and see what the resistance is of that. Now, this resistance should be enormous. It should be in the meg ohms. If it's not, if it's something around 9 or 10 ohms or 100 ohms or something like that, you know that that MOSFET is defective and that's causing a short circuit, and that's probably what's causing your amp to go into protect. But when I check this one here, the first one, it's 13 meg ohms, which is about right. Check the next one, 12 to 13 meg ohms. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. 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 Show you guys something. This little thing here that's connected to the heat sink. Let me make sure that I'm looking at it. This little bitty resistor right here, that's the thermistor. That is what detects heat and will cause the amp to go into protect if it gets too hot. thermistor's resistance decreases as they heat up, so they allow more current to pass as they heat up. And if the amplifier gets too hot, it'll allow current to pass and it'll trip a relay somewhere and cut on the protection and turn off the output of the amplifier. So that's what that little black thing is connected to the heatsink. Don't bother that. It needs to stay hooked up. I'm just going to check the rest of these right quick. Okay, all of these MOSFETs right here are good. So that tells me that the power section with this quick little look right now looks good. All the MOSFETs are good. They have good resistance measures. Now when I go look at the other side, you're going to see a bunch of chaos, because before I decided to do a video, I already went over and looked at this side and did some work.